Welcome to Geek Speak Live.
Hello, Geek Speakers! Oh, it is 80s night here at Geek Speak tonight. We've been rocking out before the show with some awesome 80s tunes to get in the mood.
Love is a battlefield.
I'm surprised how many songs this guy goes.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
He is the
whoa.
biggest 80s child, same as me, we share a birthday.
Any
But
way you want it,
that's the way you need it.
I'm doing that because it's.
Why are you doing that?
I'm doing that. The gopher out of Caddyshack. 'Cause
See,
that's
you say it's from that movie, and I'm like, really? I just know it from Rock of Ages, where they do it in the strip club.
right.
A certain place of ill repute.
Yeah.
Anyone walking by the shop before saw two grown men dancing out to 80s tunes. You know, I had the fucking my Mega Boom cranked, and we were just playing through, weren't we? And
Yes.
I was testing the big fella here. He knows the songs, but he didn't know the bands. He didn't know Whitesnake, and
Well, you know, and that's my karaoke
he makes
song,
me
but-
angry some days. That's how angry he makes me. Can you hear that? Can you pick that up?
Oh,
We've got a soundboard tonight. I'm going to bring it closer. Right?
Oh god. Oh god.
There you
Okay.
go. That's my Chewy.
I think you need a toilet for that. What was that?
Hang on. There you go. That's
Oh,
what I think of
God.
your 80s music knowledge tonight, Ginge. It's going to be a long night because I've got a soundboard.
Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, what are you doing out there on Friday nights?
Are you ready for a bit of... It doesn't work. That one didn't work.
You're up to shit already.
What are you doing, step bro?
That's
Right.
not the one I wanted. Anyway, we've got some news tonight. I'm talking about an exclusive Spawn comic cover that has caused a bit of controversy this
Yes.
week, Ginge. Do you know
Yes.
what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I'll be talking about that very soon to you folks at home. You've got some stuff as well.
I do indeed. G'day to Paul watching at home on a warm summer's evening.
On a train bound for nowhere.
Bridget, as far as robots go, K9 is one of the best.
Hi,
Yes.
Bridget. Oh, that's right. You asked the question this week. What was the question?
Robots from movies.
And we've got a few responses, and you've been
I have got the
Hanging.
entire list.
look at the, oh my god! I just want to give a quick shout out. Oh, I better not spill that. That's whiskey. A special thanks to my good Irish buddy Porrig, who may be watching this at home and who may be a little 3 sheets under the wind because we had a few drinks this afternoon, him and I. He tracked me down some. I've been talking about it for a while. Tennants. It's a Scottish beer. I had it in Scotland and I love it, and I can't get it over here apart from Brisbane. And my good mate
Yep.
Porrig bought me in a couple of different Tennant's glasses that he dug up for me. So isn't that lovely, Ginger?
Are you drinking anything in those? Or
Not
you
them
need to
tonight.
wait?
I have got a little bit of whiskey in this one here. So, and I said I've got whiskey and I'm in charge of a soundboard. This show's going to go off the rails very quickly.
Scott's watching at home. He says, "Howdy, couldn't decide on a robot. What? No robot at all." I was thinking an obscure robot.
Yes.
Did you ever see the movie Red Planet with Val Kilmer in it?
No.
In that, they have a robot that helps them, and it's kind of like a feline cat type.
Oh,
robot.
really?
Yeah.
We were
and-
talking when you said about robots the other day. Does Short Circuit count? The robot from Short
Well,
Circuit?
Short Circuit is obviously a robot.
Yeah. Does he count though in the movie?
Absolutely.
No.
I've got Johnny Five at the very top of my list.
What's Johnny Five?
That's his name.
Oh, from Circuit.
Yeah,
Short
from
Circuit.
Short Circuit.
I love that movie as a kid. I used to watch it as a kid.
but
I loved it.
If you go back and watch that now,
It's
got
pretty shit?
No, it's got
We're not allowed to call it that.
it's got a white person playing an Indian person.
Oh,
and
you can't
he's,
do that.
He's kind of doing the Apu. So
Not allowed to do that.
it's the Apu kind of accent that he's doing.
Oh, the goodness gracious.
Yes, and I'm like, oh, probably not allowed to do that now.
Are you going to tell the folks at home, because this topic about favourite
Yep.
robot
Yep.
led to something really interesting, some news that you told me about this week, and I went, are you fucking kidding me? Ginge, take it away about Sliced Alone.
Sliced alone. COVID has brought out some pretty terrible things lately, but it's also brought out some good things. Sliced Alone has been re-editing Rocky 4.
Yep.
And so much so that he said, you know what, when we first released it, he said, and I quote, "I always had a gut feeling we could have gone deeper and better, and I was right." So he's gone back and recut longer scenes to the fight scenes.
I love the Rocky
you know,
films, by the way.
making them more emotional.
I've got
But
the box set. I've got the box set.
Do you?
Yeah, yep.
people at home,
Somewhere at home, I've
Do
got
you
a box
have
set. I've got Rambo on DVD.
I've got the Rambo quadrilogy.
I've got the Rocky box set. Apart from the the one they did with Milo Ventimiglia or whatever his name is.
Was
where
it
he's
Rocky
a son.
Balboa?
Yeah, I don't have that. And believe it or not, even though I'm a big Rocky fan, I've never watched the Creed movies.
No, same.
Never watched them. Michael B. Jordan playing
Yes.
Creed. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, take it away. So the robot in Rocky 4.
So the robot in Rocky 4,
Hang
right?
on, who was the one he fought in Rocky 4?
Rocky 4 was Dolph Lundgren.
Because he kills Apollo Creed.
He does,
That's
yes.
right, because Apollo Creed goes in the ring with the fucking big top hat.
And he's
the
boom,
Uncle
like,
Sam. Yeah.
Yep.
And he dies.
He
Sorry,
died.
spoiler alert.
Oh, if you haven't seen like a 35-year-old movie.
Sorry.
Anyway, so there's a subplot in the movie where Rocky buys Paulie a robot to
Uncle
kind of
Paulie,
be
yeah.
to be his kind of butler type character. Anyway, he's never really liked that in the movie. So he's going, you know what? That's the first thing to be cut out of the movie completely.
Yeah.
But little did I know that way back when, that robot, whoever designed him or built him, actually, I don't know whether they did it as a joke or anything else, they registered him with the Screen Actors Guild in America. So the robot has a member and an ID card.
How?
I don't know.
How can you register an inanimate object
That's what I thought.
as a member of the Screen Actors Guild?
I don't know.
But this is what it's led to, Ginge. It's led to something kind of weird every year.
He's a card-carrying actor. So every year, when Sly Stallone has to write out the residual checks to every person that was in the movie, he has to write a residual check to the robot and post him off every
bullshit.
year.
It's an inanimate object.
The robot is getting shit
What the
from Rocky
fuck?
4. So I'm kind of glad that he's editing out the robot out of Rocky 4. And that led me to think,
Holy fuck!
yes! Yes!
I like that one.
And that led me to want to ask everyone at home, what is your favourite or a memorable robot in a movie?
I'm going to change chairs. We had a talk about that. That one's really squeaky. We had a bit of a talk about this the other day.
But also, it doesn't matter if it's a cyborg, if it's half human, half robot. It's a robot.
Yeah.
For this discussion.
Real Steel. We were talking about Real Steel, Hugh Jackman.
Yes.
My wife has not, my lovely Danny at home, hello honey, she's not watched Real Steel.
And
That's a good movie.
when I was putting this list together, I'm like, yeah, from Real Steel. And I didn't realise that the name of the robot in Real Steel, I always thought it was Adam, as in A-D-A-M, Adam and Eve. That's why the character was called Adam.
Yeah.
But unbeknownst to me, it's Atom, A-T-O-M.
But the way Hugh Jackman says it sounds more like
Adam.
Adam. That's amazing, Ginge. That's fucking amazing.
You know what's amazing is your sound effects.
I know, I'm trying different ones here. Here we go.
Well-
Here we go. Can you name the movie?
The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Oh, thank fuck you got
I'm
that.
just waiting to
He
hear
couldn't
the-
get 80s tunes
You
before.
know what else this song's from?
What?
Young Einstein.
No way.
Yes, it's from the scene where he's trying to escape the mental asylum and he's using the guitar to plug into the security system.
Are you for
and he
real?
plays it and the electricity goes through the security system and blows up the
'Cause
electricity.
He got in trouble recently, didn't he?
Yes.
He's been booted out. He wasn't paying rent.
He wasn't paying rent, but...
How was a guy that was like, he was a star of these movies in the 80s and very early 90s?
Well,
When did Reckless Kelly come out?
I think Reckless Kelly came out in 92. I
So it was
loved
early 90s.
that movie.
I know,
fucking
I
loved
know
that
you
movie.
did, Ginge.
But what I was upset about is
It
that...
won't play Oh Yeah.
I'm upset about is that he was in a house that was like $2,000 a week. And I'm like...
And he fell behind by 6-7 months worth of rent, and they went, enough's enough, boot out. He took it to court. The judge went, yeah, nah. And he then said, oh, it's because of COVID. I
Yeah.
can't do my earning. I'm like, I haven't heard from him since the 90s. What was he doing?
Well, see, the thing is that I remember seeing an interview not too long ago where he spoke about the earnings from Young Einstein. It took like 20 years for him to start earning any money.
That's what I say to that.
To get any residuals or any sort of interest out of that movie.
Really?
And I thought, wow.
That's fuck. Well, whoever the accountants were pretty shit on that. That's what they were.
But do you remember he did that movie, Mr. Accident?
No, you keep bringing this up, and you're like, you've seen it. I'm like, no, I haven't.
Mr. Accident was a movie that he did like in the mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like,
He would have been what, in his 40s?
or maybe even
Because
further.
he's, no, I think
he's like 60 or 70 now.
yeah.
Um,
Yahoo, can you believe Yahoo Serious is that age?
yeah. And Flacco was in Mr. Accident.
No, wait, from Sandman and Flagger, from
Exactly right.
the Paul McDermott,
And-
Good
and-
News Week.
And the character he was playing was like a real bumbling character, kind of like, do you remember like Charlie Chaplin or Lloyd or those sort of characters, you know, running across things and Buddy tripping? And
Yep.
So that's kind of how he wanted this movie, and I'm like, yeah.
That's freaking weird, Ginge.
Bazinga.
That one didn't fit there, did it? Screw you, Ginge.
Well, can you think of a robot from a movie?
I'm trying to think. Well, we talked about my wife. I've never watched it, but we were talking about Bicentennial Man. Robin Williams
Yes.
played a robot.
Yes,
It wasn't animated, was it? It was him in makeup,
it was. Yeah.
prosthetics. Yeah, I've never seen it, and the wife. I think we added it to the must-watch list. You watched it? Bicentennial Man?
No, I haven't.
So it's two of us. We should do a movie night.
Oh, should we now? Paul's gone Rosie the robot. Rosie, as in from the Jetsons. That was a character
We
that I
had
was
this
thinking.
discussion the other night. You were fucking pro Rosie,
I am
weren't you?
absolutely for Rosie because, yeah.
But you had an ulterior motive for Rosie.
No, don't tell people this.
I'm
No.
not going to. I won't do it, I swear.
I wasn't the one that said yeah, and then she could make you a sandwich. And I'm
No.
like, whoa.
That may have been my wife that said
That-
that. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was my wife that said that. What other robots in movies can you think of? And do you class like Terminator?
Yes.
You were saying in Wizard of Oz, is the Tin Man technically a robot?
Well, see, I thought that the Tin Man was robotic because he talks about gears and stuff inside him.
but is he? Is he?
I don't
is
know.
that robotic?
I don't remember them chopping him and then gears coming out.
You brought
But
up the whole. What was the movie? The Return to Oz.
Return to Oz, the second one,
Yeah.
where TikTok is a
Yes.
character that's got gears and everything inside.
Yeah, he's a
him.
fat, stubby little version of him.
He's a portly character, yes.
Paulie. That's right, because I chipped you the other night. Now I said fat, and you were like, and you said it the other night. I went, you got to call him portly, Ginge.
Scott said, I did like Marvin, the depressed robot in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The one with the big white
I've
head.
not seen
And
that.
the tiny... No, we saw that at cinema together.
No, we did not.
Yeah, we
This
did.
is fucking Super
No,
8.
no
I
way.
have not watched. I can hand on heart. I can swear I've never watched
There
that
is
movie.
no way I would have seen that in the cinema.
You didn't see it with me.
Wow.
You did not see that.
I-
with me.
I think you
that's
need
not
to-
the one I wanted either.
I think you need to...
No, God! No, God, please, no!
I never watched that.
No!
No.
No!
Steve Carell, I love that one.
And then we were trying to think about female robots because we went, hang on, the biggest television show in recent memory
Yeah.
is all robots. And you're like, you could have done anything in this theme park.
Right. What's her name? What's her name? The actress. Westworld.
You could have done anything in the Wild Wild West, but guys just wanted to make it with a robot.
What's her name? The actress.
Westworld.
Yes.
I don't know her name. I forget.
What?
Yeah.
The one that I love.
Yeah.
Ginge. Who played the blonde?
Yeah.
I've had a blank.
You've got the internet. Just
No, I've got a
Google it.
soundboard in front of me for the. All I can do is a fart button. That's the best I've got tonight. Is
Bridge.
that
I think you need
Rachel Evan Woods? Is that
Rachel
it?
Evan Wood. Yes.
As a robot in a heartbeat.
Bridget, thank you very much. She said Maria from the 1927 movie Metropolis. Do you remember that? That's a character.
No, I'm not that old, Ginge.
But everyone's seen that iconic poster with her on it.
Yes, that's a robot from a movie. What else would you go with?
Well, Paul's just mentioned one of the biggest ones,
What?
Transformers. Optimus Prime.
He's a robot.
He's a robot.
Robots in disguise.
It's in the theme song.
It is. I tell you.
While we were thinking about female...
Why is it my oh yeah? It's the one I want.
Well,
whereas
stop fucking pushing it then.
it doesn't work.
Well, don't...
It's
rubbing it's
broken.
not going to make it better.
That's not what you told me.
I-
That's not what you told me. Anyway, yes.
One of the... we were trying to think of female robot characters.
Yes.
What about Dot Matrix from Spaceballs? She's the Joan Crawford C-3PO character.
Because it was Joan Crawford that voiced it.
It was
wasn't
Joan Crawford that voiced it.
I've
yeah.
not watched that. Seriously, I've not watched that since the 90s.
Spaceballs.
I loved Spaceballs back in the day. John Candy as Barf.
Yes.
Phenomenal. Who was the guy who played the Han Solo character though?
It was it Bill Pullman?
Was it Bill Pullman?
I think it's Bill Pullman.
No. Was it Bill Pullman?
I think it's Bill
Tell
Pullman.
us below in the comments.
Scott just said, excellent call to Bridget's Metropolis. Yes.
Thank you, Bridget. What else you got? Yum.
Yeah. I couldn't actually think of any other female robot characters, to be honest.
It's a bit like that, isn't it?
But what about Inspector Gadget?
Oh, I was the biggest fan.
Inspector Gadget.
I had the toys as a kid. Guess what they've just announced?
What?
They're doing Inspector Gadget Pop Finals.
Oh, bullshit, really?
I am serious.
Oh.
I am totally serious. That's what they're doing.
That is so cool.
I am probably going to have to. Oh God.
Scott's just said, yes, Independence Day, Bill Pullman. Yeah, Bill Pullman. Absolutely. Oh.
Are you stupid?
I got a Gordon Ramsay one.
I don't think this is a good idea for you to do soundboards on the show.
This one's delayed.
Oh, fuck off. AJP, take him and yourself back to fucking Belgium.
I think you need to get
That
rid of
one's-
this one
that
because this
one's
one's
horrible.
fucking shit. All right,
It's delayed.
Paul.
Paul.
He said a character that I said, yes, what about, he said Jarvis. Jarvis then turns into the Vision. Now, is Vision a robot?
Yeah, well, in the comic, yes, because Jarvis was created obviously by Tony Stark.
Yes.
But the Vision was created by Hank Pym in the comics, right?
Yes.
But in the movies, they kind of went, okay, he went from Jarvis to Vision. But he had the one of the Infinity Stones.
He's got the Infinity Stone, but isn't he like...
He's still, to me,
isn't he a mechanical offshoot from Ultron?
Yes.
Like, he's part of Ultron, so I just... Paul thinks soundboards are fantastic. Well, the version that's Todd's got on tonight's show?
The Gordon Ramsay one's too delayed. I'm trying to find some good ones, other ones that we can use, because I do love a good soundboard. That's ringtones, that's not what I want. But anyway.
Well, what about Will Smith in iRobot? Every other every other character pretty much in that movie.
I don't think I've ever watched it.
Really?
No, I don't think I've ever watched that one.
Your mate's in that
Who?
playing the robot.
Who?
The guy that you met down in Sydney.
Which one? Alan
The guy-
Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk.
Oh, he's a legend, though. He was a really nice bloke to meet in real life. Although he's got a lazy eye. It's
Does
a bit
he?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. What?
I didn't
Have
know
you never
that.
noticed that?
Well, I've never
he's
looked
talking.
at that.
He's talking to you, but
I've
one
never
eye's
spoken
gone.
to him in person.
Well, I have. You know, I went and did the hard yards. Went to Sydney, took a crew down
Son
to
of a
interview
bitch.
him.
Son of a bitch.
To which I also saw the twins from Harry Potter. You know, the two brothers that played the Weasley twins, and
Really?
they came out of a thing and they turned and said hello, and I went because I just fucking forgot how to speak English at the time, and I was like, my God, I'm standing from here to you away from the Weasley twins, and I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I went,
It's fascinating how they found two guys that look so similar to each other. Did you see that in an interview they said, well, yeah, we met when we went for the role.
is that real?
No,
No, I meant did someone actually ask him
yes.
that?
In an Asian country, the interviewer said, "Where did you two meet?"
Oh, in the womb?
Yeah.
Fuck, some people are dim. I'll tell you what I did see down there. It was David Hasselhoff.
Oh, really?
David Hasselhoff, right?
He's tall.
He's a big tall
He's
motherfucker.
tall, yes.
And I always loved the Hoff. I was a big Knight Rider fan. I actually, guilty pleasure, I used to watch Baywatch back in the day.
You used to watch Baywatch nights.
for a different
That's how
reason.
much you loved
Yeah, what? Yasmin
Bleeth.
Bleeth. Ah, I was never a Pam Anderson fan. Yasmin all the way, right? Anyway, he was backstage where we were. We were waiting for interviews.
Yeah.
And he's come past, and he's literally come off, you know, we're talking to fans, and he's like, hey, how nice to meet you, her. And as soon as he gets behind the curtain where they could not see him, oh my God, it was like the switch turned. He turned to his assistant, I don't want to deal with these fucking people anymore. Keep them away from me. Rah.
Holy shit.
I'm sitting there going, what the fuck? David Hasselhoff was a C-U-N-T.
You actually saw behind the
I
curtain.
saw behind
you
the curtain.
physically saw behind the curtain.
Turned me off him because he's like, you know,
Damn.
and then I went to a panel because we're down there filming different things, and we went to a panel later on. Same thing in front of the crowds. He's like, "Oh, it's great to be here. Oh, you're all lovely people." Rah, rah, rah. As soon as you see him behind the camera, I hate this shit. Oh, these geeks, get them away from me. Ugh. And you're just like, that guy's a fucking turd of a person.
I remember when we saw him at Supernova in Queensland where he was wearing a David Hasselhoff mask.
Yeah.
And walking
We've
around.
been to a couple of conventions where he was. Do you remember, though, Supernova on the Gold Coast?
Oh, this is a story.
This is a story. Supernova on the Gold Coast,
yeah.
where my crush was. Do you remember my crush being there?
I thought it was David Hasselhoff.
No! It's Eliza Dushku. And do you remember she was at that particular thing?
Yeah.
And we were backstage. We'd been interviewing Sylvester McCoy. We
Yes.
interviewed
Some of the not the hobbits. but
Adam
the-
Baldwin. We got to interview Adam. He gave one of our crew a wet willy in the year. He was such a lovely bloke.
He
And
was cool. He was cool.
He kept his pants on. He did something else. But anyway, we walked out. We were waiting between interviews, and my crush for years, Eliza Dushku. Like, look at you with this face on, right?
It's a lovely song.
That's what my heart was doing. That's what my heart was doing when she's standing from me to the wall away, right? And I am looking at
Hi,
her.
Eliza.
My heart was just boom, boom, boom. She's I've had a crush on this woman.
I'm sure
since the
she
days
could
of
have heard your heart
Right?
hitting its ribcage.
Boom, 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 boom. Right? That sounded.
Amongst other
That's what was going on. Meanwhile, internally, I was. I was shitting my pants. So I'm like, I want to talk to her, but I don't want it because I don't want to make a fool of myself. She's on the phone to someone, right? She's turned around. She's got on the phone. She's turned around, and it's me and one of our crew at the time, Brendan. He's standing beside me, and he's like, boom, boom at me. She turned around. She goes, oh, hey. And I'm like, hi. She goes, just on the phone talking to my boo. Are you having a great show? Right? And internally, I'm... I swear to... And my heart's still going.
I wish I was there.
That's what my heart was doing. And then she goes, I better go, bye.
I wish I was standing next to you. So, see ya. We have to get back to the asylum.
You came up about 2 minutes later. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because I'm still standing there. Like, I'm sweating. And you're like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I'm like, I've got to think I... Right? And then I've just seen Eliza Dushku. I can't stop it. Anyway, that's what's happened. And you've just gone, did you ask her or get a photo with her? Brendan, luckily, snapped a sneaky pic where I've turned around and she's kind of in the background. Like she's...
Oh
so
my God.
It looks like a stalker shot.
Yeah, like she's in her house and you're taking a photo through her window.
She's like 3 meters back that way and I'm kind of like doing this awkward thing and Brendan's gone, snap.
It's Elijah. Well, it's the back of Elijah.
Oh, man, that was my... Like, seriously, that was a great Supernova. We interviewed Sylvester McCoy.
There was a lot of people that we got contact with.
Gigi Edgley
Yes.
was a fascinating person to interview.
That was at the time where she was hosting the show where the Jim Henson Company were looking for new puppeteers.
Farscape. Was it? No.
No.
She was in Farscape.
She was in Farscape,
Sorry,
but she was
in
hosting a television show where they were getting people
But
to
she
make
got the
puppets.
gig because of her job on Farscape,
Yes,
wasn't it? Because that was the Henson Company that did that.
Yes.
And it was during the interview with her, I fucking didn't put two and two together because I'm a bit of a head. And I didn't realise that the Edgley family, Michael Edgley and all that,
Is her? Yeah.
it's the same family. They were...
It's the same surname for.
I know! I didn't realise then that she was a carny. She was a show person. And she's saying, I grew up around... what did Michael Edgley do? He did all the touring shows and stuff,
Yes,
didn't he?
yes.
Yeah, look at the look on your face. Like, I knew who it is.
No, I'm just. Paul's just said one of the robots from my childhood, and I'm like, holy shit! How did I forget about that?
Who?
Jaime from Get Smart. Jaime from Get Smart.
Who
Holy
put-
shit!
Patrick Warburton, Putty, played
Yes!
him in the remake movie. I
Yes.
love that friggin'
Yes.
movie.
Bridget said, what about Gort from The Day the Earth Stood Still? There's another character from way back when.
I've never seen it, sorry.
You didn't even watch the remake with Keanu Reeves?
Nope.
Ah, okay.
Nope.
Interesting.
Interesting. What else you got for me? We've reminisced about our supernovas before.
I've got a big list, so keep commenting on the show for different.
I actually can't see
Robots?
the comments tonight. I've got a different thing here. So I'm going to talk about that Spawn cover soon.
Yes.
After you, though.
I just wanted to say that Conan the Barbarian, Netflix have said that they're putting that into development.
Are you for real?
They are absolutely. Netflix are buying up recognisable IPs like the Roald Dahl books, Narnia, Millerworld.
No, well, they bought that about 2 years ago.
So
No,
what they're in the process of doing is buying recognisable IPs.
Do you know what the big issue is with Netflix, right? Netflix is super debt heavy. They are so in debt because they keep borrowing to keep buying stuff. And there's some inside pundits who have come out and said if Netflix don't get so many hits a year to keep people signed up for subscription, they are only like a month or two away from absolute, catastrophic events. Is what I was going to say.
Holy moly.
Holy moly. That's what they're in. They are deep in the doo-doo because if they don't get enough money, because they're so debt-heavy, Netflix could topple like that. Which is why they keep continuously throwing money. They keep borrowing more money and throwing it into projects.
Interesting.
To greenlight them, because you look, once upon a time, when we first started the whole streaming thing, it was Netflix. Then Disney went, we want to cut this, so they went off and did their own thing. Then you had Binge, then you had fucking Stan.
Once upon a time ago, there was just Netflix.
It was just Netflix.
And that's how, everyone was under the understanding, all right, well, we're all going to be on Netflix.
Yeah, but every single
all...
other company then went, we should be able to cut out the middleman. We want all that money for ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened. And now we've got 10 fucking probably different streaming services. And I know we're paying for a few of them at home. Fuck Disney Plus. I still haven't watched Disney Plus in now it's getting close to nearly, I reckon, a month and a half, 2 months. Tell you what, I did watch the other night. Obviously, the latest episode of The Boys.
Oh, hello. Oh.
Jeez, you know that episode 2 was slow.
Yes.
Episode 2 was slow, but then after that, oh boy, did I get back onto it. Oh, and Love Sausage.
Shit.
Love Sausage. Is that, that's the character in it? Love Sausage? He's in the comics. Different in the show to the comics in a bit of a way. But it was still cool to see him appear in there.
Yeah.
And the whole thing was Stormfront.
A part of him appear in the movie.
Well, a certain appendage. Not going to say any more.
I now understand why they made Stormfront female.
Yep.
In this TV show.
It's different to the comics.
It's a good idea.
The comics, I will still say this hand on heart, the comics are better. The comics are better.
Wow.
We can't keep them in the store, man. Like,
really?
There's a section up behind you today. I had 2 different customers come in and clear me out of fucking The Boys today.
Oh, cool.
I've got more and more fucking 1s, 2s, 3 volumes. They're thick omnibuses at the moment.
Okay.
More on order. The suppliers can't keep them up. They're constantly going back being reprinted. So this thing is phenomenal.
That's cool.
Love it. It's fantastic. Now, on Amazon now, though, this is going to tell because we've got freaking Netflix, we've got Disney Plus, we've got Amazon, we've got Binge, we've got Stan. On Amazon Prime the other day, and I told you about it. I sent you a link, and I said, there's a show on here. It's only 5 episodes long. It's called Toy Store Near You.
Yes.
And what it was, there's 5 episodes. They focus on going to little mum-and-pop toy stores that deal in retro toys, which is, of course, because we're kids from the 80s. We love that shit, because we grew up a lot of those cool toys.
Oh, yeah.
They go right back to the 60s, 70s.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is vintage to us.
Ah, hell yeah. Now, there's 5 episodes. 2 of them are based in America. One of them is a British store, one's a Canadian store, and one's a Japanese store. And the Japanese one, even though it's all in subtitles, it was fascinating to watch. Because remember the McDonald's toys?
I do.
Remember the little Happy Meal toys? Those things are still huge in Japan. There's still a collectability for them over there. And the shop, the girl that they interview who runs the shop, there was little clips where Millie Bobby Brown, which I will be talking about her very soon.
Yes.
From Stranger Things, and she's in the movie I'm going to talk about very soon.
Sizzling for later on in the episode.
Bazinga.
Anyway, there's a clip of her going to this shop in Japan to shop for classic toys.
Yep.
The one in Britain was really cool, and this is how recent it is. The series, every episode asks the people how they're dealing with COVID.
Yes.
Because most of these stores, like, we're fucking lucky here in Australia. We really have been. Most of these stores have been shut 90 days. That's 3 months, that they've been shut, and they've had to hustle. They're doing curbside delivery, online delivery. One of the ones in Canada, it doubles as it's a beautiful old brownstone. And it's gorgeous old. Have you watched it yet?
I haven't watched the Canadian episode.
Sorry. Oh, well, it's not ruining it for you.
Spoiler alert.
No, it's not. It's not ruining it for you. But seriously, it's a beautiful 2-story brownstone in downtown the city in Canada. And the top level, the mezz level, these guys, the family that runs a husband and wife team, they turn the upstairs level into the Toy Museum of Canada. So they've had a ton of classic toys donated that they put on display up there, where you can come into the bottom levels of the shop, you go up to the top level, and it's just a museum to go and look at all the cool shit. There's one in Wanaka in New Zealand. If you ever get over to New Zealand, we've done it before, the wife and I, and they've got these just huge cabinets of just toys, and each level of the cabinet will be a different thing. There's like the Marvel heroes from the 90s. Remember those action figures?
Yes.
The Kenner Batman toys. Sylvanian, for the girls at home, Sylvanian Waters was a horrible friggin' TV show in Australia. Sylvanian Families, right?
I'm starting to regret the fact that I said, hey, we should find you a soundboard so you can play sound effects during the show.
Yeah. Anyway... so Wanaka, if you go to New Zealand on the South Island, Wanaka's got a cool toy museum there. Like, you just wander through and look at it. But anyway, the one in Canada, they had to lay off their staff. The city they're in has had a 500% increase in smash and grabs. So the local police have said to all the shop owners, take everything out of your windows, black out your windows, because you're not open anyway, you've got to do home delivery and stuff, because they've had, as I said, a 500% increase in smash and grabs. And it's people smashing shop windows, grabbing what they can, then going and trying to flog it online. And so this family, because they said they let go of their staff, they couldn't keep their staff on, they're trying their best, and each episode deals with a different store, and it asks them how they're dealing with COVID, what they've put into place. It's a fascinating thing. It's called a toy shop.
A toy shop near you?
Toy store?
A toy store near you.
A toy store near you. There's 5 episodes.
The North American one, was it Seattle?
Portland.
They had a guy that works for them, and he's like 19 years old. He looks like Tiny Tim.
He's got the hair
like long curly
and
hair
the guy who runs it is a punk rocker. And he
like
went
a
off
drummer from a band.
Guitarist, wasn't he? Something like that.
And, holy hell.
Amazing. And
Billy Galaxy?
Billy Galaxy, and that's the name of the shop too in Portland, Oregon. And I sent it to you. I actually FaceTimed you. I'm like, you got to watch this show. This dude's, and you know what?
And I'm laying in bed by myself.
No pants on, doing. Which I said,
allegedly.
I said, put your pants back on, Ginge. Anyway. I said, no, what got me, and I knew you, because you're a fucking Hulk Hogan fan. In his story, he was going through collectibles, and he pulled out a, was it 80s or late 70s, whatever it was.
It's a record.
Hulk Hogan was huge in Japan, and he actually had a record. And he pulled out the Hulk Hogan, and as soon as I saw that, I've gone, Ginger's a massive Hulk Hogan fan. I'll message him and tell him to watch the show.
Yes, and it was a cool episode.
It was a fucking great episode.
Paul said, was Voltron in a movie? I'm sure Voltron was a movie. But who cares? Voltron was a robot? Yes.
Yes, Voltron was an awesome robot. I had all the Voltron toys as a kid.
You had the tigers, the lions.
Yeah.
Voltron.
Ah, yeah.
I had another smaller version of the ones that were like vehicles.
Yes, there was a different series of Voltron.
Different Voltron where they were like in space.
I had the castle. The Voltron
You're
castle.
You're a rich bastard.
No. We just got cool toys as kids.
You son of a bitch.
Screw you. Screw you.
Son of a bitch.
Anyway, what else you got for me?
You want to talk about your new crush?
Yes. No, because that's a bit. She's underage. No, that's horrible.
Oh, you better.
No, we watched Enola Holmes on Netflix.
Is it good? It looks good.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've spoken to a few customers this week. Mm-hmm. I'm like, have you guys watched Enola Holmes? They're like, yeah, great film. And no, she's not my crush. She's underage. What I'm saying...
But if she turns 18...
No. I said to you, and I've said it to a few people, if you get a chance, watch the movie. It's fantastic. It's really, really good.
She's an actual actress.
Unlike, and you know what I've always loved the chick who plays Hermione, right?
You're a big Harry Potter fan.
I'm a big Harry Potter fan. Hermione, Emma Watson.
I'm
sadly.
You said this to me this week, and I'm like, who are you?
I know. You
you
thought I'd been swapped.
Yes.
Right? You thought this guy tripped him up. He's been swapped. Who
are you, and what have you done with the real title?
No, but I said to you, this Millie Bobby Brown is the actress's name.
Yes.
Now, she's 16. She's in this Enola Holmes, and in it, she breaks the fourth wall, right? And I watched a little clip the other day with the director, and he said, with anyone else, it may not have worked as well as it did with this young actress. She's just phenomenal. We watched the movie, and I went, holy shit, he's right. She is great.
Yeah.
When she's of age, when I said when she's of age, I mean when she's in, say, 20, 21 years of age, and she can take on more adult roles, she's going to be an actress to watch. I think this girl has got amazing potential.
Cool.
Unlike Emma Watson, who I think plays the same fucking character as she's grown old, even though I love the live-action Beauty and the Beast.
Oh,
right?
God.
What?
Oh, no, keep going.
No, I love the live-action Beauty and the Beast movie. Anyway, but in it, she's just Emma Watson playing. Like all the other cast to make that movie great. Yeah. She's not that fantastic. I'll be absolutely honest with you. Whereas I think Millie Bobby Brown, when this girl hits, as I said, her early 20s and can start taking on more adult-orientated roles, she is going to be an actress. And one day she'll be up there holding an Oscar, or if the Oscars even mean anything by then. But she'll be an award-winning actress, I think.
Scott just said she really did a great job with Cavill on screen too.
There's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes there, right? Because apparently Netflix are being sued by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
I was about to talk about this
what do you call it? The
estate of Arthur Conan Doyle. Yeah.
What? Because they're so. And this is interesting. You told me they've got how long left? Before...
They've got until 2022, so what, 2 years?
Yep, and then pretty much all the Sherlock Holmes books are in the public domain.
It's right. Once it's in the public domain, anyone can make a movie, TV show, song.
Because Enola Holmes is not in the books. She's not a pre-existing character.
Yep.
Netflix have made her up. Whoever
Whoever
wrote it have made her up, but they've used Sherlock and Mycroft in it, right? The problem is, and the one thing when I say about look, Sherlock shouldn't be a big buff dude, right? Henry Cavill, and I can say, as soon as I say his name, I can hear my wife, and she's 3 blocks away at home. I can hear, as soon as the word Henry Cavill, can you hear it? You hear this noise, right?
No, I'm hearing.
La, 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 la. That's her. That's my wife's heart doing that about Henry Cavill. Seriously, she loves him, and most women do. He's just a bit too ripped to play Sherlock, right? Sherlock's more an intellectual, and he's not a physical kind of guy. And Mycroft traditionally has always been there's a description of Mycroft where it says an incredible man with an incredible wit and intelligence who wastes it drinking and eating. So Mycroft has always been a heavier set bloke who is too busy sitting behind a bar and playing politics to use. They reckon Mycroft has always traditionally been probably smarter than Sherlock Holmes.
Interesting.
Right? They've kind of done differently here where they've gone. They're both like Mycroft is just he's a bit. Not dim. He's certainly not dim, but he's just like he's a prick.
Okay.
Right? And anyway, and they reckon there's a complaint from the Arthur Conan Doyle Trust. They reckon they made Sherlock in it too emotional. Now we read that before we watched the movie and went, that's bullshit. That's absolute. That's what that is.
But Laura said, but Sherlock was a boxing champion. ?
Yeah, but not what we know as a boxer today. Back in the day, they were more lean, of...
Almost...
Like Robert Downey Jr. plays him well in the Sherlock Holmes movies. He's lean.
If you ever see, like, acrobats, they're real lean and muscular.
Yeah.
But they're not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He wasn't a brawler. He was, the Queensberry Rules, where they put instead of punching like this, they used to do like this. Right?
And she also said that there was early reports that Sherlock was going to be adult. Dim.
Well, no, in it he's not.
She said she's glad that he wasn't. Yeah.
But look, honestly, if you got Netflix, watch it. Enola Holmes, thorough 10 out of 10 for me. I loved it. I thought it was a great film.
What I was concerned about is the fact that they went after Netflix for money. This is the estate of Arthur Conan Doyle, because they want to get as much money into the estate before 2022.
Yeah. Do you think it's a money grab?
I think it's a money grab.
Allegedly.
Yeah, let's say allegedly. Well, how come they didn't go for money for the Will Ferrell movie?
Because it was shit?
Yeah, probably because it didn't make much money.
That's probably...
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
That was my reaction. Exactly, Steve Carell. That was my reaction when I saw the trailer for that.
You have not seen that?
I've not watched it because I like Will Ferrell. Ferrell? How do you say?
See, the thing is, didn't he come to Australia and say...
He put someone right, didn't he? Because they said Will Ferrell, he meant it's Ferrell. Yeah. But anyway, when I saw the trailer for it, and you know what I'm like, I love Blades of Glory, I like fucking the latest one he did about Eurovision. Was it?
Yeah, the Eurovision song, contest.
I loved that movie, but when I saw the trailer for the Sherlock Holmes one with John C. Reilly, I went, this looks like a steaming pile of shit. And every single it sounds like... And every single person that I spoke to who watched it said, don't bother. So I've never seen it.
Helen said the exact same, and yet there was nothing said about the Will Ferrell movie.
Exactly.
Yes. That's because it probably didn't make as much money as what Netflix has got up there. Or maybe they don't.
What are you doing, step bro?
That's what went through my head when they made that movie. They didn't say step bro in the butt.
Oh my gosh. I think we need to find you a better soundboard.
Yeah.
Yes? That's probably the sound that 28,000 people are making Wednesday night.
Why?
Disney has cut 28,000 people from
What,
Disneyland.
staff?
Staff from Disneyland and Disney World.
Is it just those, or is it also the cruise company?
No, just from the parks.
You're kidding? 28,000 people?
70% of them were part-time.
Oh, shit.
28,000 people. That's...
That's phenomenal.
I-
That is
I
phenomenal.
saw that number and I thought that's got to be a typo, but it's no.
Shame. Shame on you, Disney.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
House of Mouse, shame.
28,000 people.
If some of the execs at the top took a fucking pay cut, they probably wouldn't have to lay these people
Exactly
off.
right. Exactly
You know what I
right. Disneyland still isn't open. I didn't realise that it's been shut this entire time.
I thought they had kind of put.
Disney World has opened up different areas.
Oh.
Disneyland, no.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, there you go. And I'm not playing any other ones because they're all dirty ones by the looks.
Are they?
Can I do a quick thing about comics?
You can do a quick
Can I
thing
do a
about
thing
comics, yes?
This week, now we all know, sad news a couple of weeks ago, Chadwick Boseman.
Yes.
Tragically died, been suffering cancer for a few years. Most fans and even industry insiders did not know he'd been
No.
battling this. And he passed away a few weeks ago. Marvel Comics have been bringing out, I'm just pointing over to the shelf over there, they've now got a strip up the top that says like, tribute to Chadwick
really?
Boseman and everything
Oh.
else. Todd McFarlane's jumped on board. Todd McFarlane has done an exclusive cover. This is the McFarlane B cover for Spawn 311.
I did see
which
this.
is,
I did
which is
see
out in
this.
a few weeks.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And this is the cover. It says, in memory of Chadwick Boseman, and it lists the date there of Chadwick's life. There's the cover right there, right? Yeah, look, that's Todd McFarlane's artwork himself. That's not a bad looking cover, is it?
Yes.
It's caused a bit of a stink.
Oh, what?
It's caused a little bit of a stink online.
Really?
Yeah, because you know why? Chadwick Boseman never had anything to do with Spawn, and people are going, why the fuck is Todd McFarlane doing a cover to Spawn like that has Chadwick Boseman? Now I'm just going to get out of the soundboard. I want to actually read if I can quickly
This
find
is
it.
disappointing because Todd McFarlane would have done this in the most noble, reason to
Yep,
do this.
and this is what I want to read. If it here. This is Todd McFarlane's own words. Given the limited amount of minority characters in the comic industry today that are considered major superheroes, I thought it appropriate for one of those well-known heroes, Spawn, to pay tribute to a man who made a lasting impact on helping shape such a strong superhero of colour. As we know,
Yes.
Al Simmons, the main character of Spawn, is an African-American man.
Yep.
Now, it was portrayed in the movie back in the day by...
Michael Jai White.
Michael J. Jai, is it?
Jai or
Michael Jai White.
J-A-I.
And he was one of the real first early, like in the 1990s, there wasn't a lot of African American superheroes around, and Tom McFarlane made his titular character Spawn an
Yes.
African American man. Chadwick Boseman is a person who honed his skills and then made a career using them. Then he fought a fight against his own body that showed the true spirit of this man. We should all admire the traits Chadwick shared with us, and the inspiration he gave to millions of children around the globe who got to see a strong, meaningful, proud hero that looked like themselves. Enjoy and be safe, Todd. Right? Now, that was Todd McFarlane's statement. Sadly, the internet, and we know what the internet's all like, it's chock full of people who just...
The internet's just a piece of shit, really.
That doesn't want to work for me now. Anyway, he copped nothing but flack this week, where people have just gone, how dare he use Chadwick Boseman on a cover.
To sell comic books.
Yeah. Sad, isn't it? Absolutely sad.
A lot of those people that have no idea that Spawn is an actual black man.
Ooh. So this cover here, and I have actually been hit up this week by a few of my customers to please order this cover in. So I contacted our suppliers today and said throw us down for a handful.
Yep.
So they'll be coming in. They will be limited. It is the B cover for Spawn. We don't traditionally get the Spawn single issues for the shelf. So we're getting a couple of those in. But yeah, if you're a diehard fan, you want to, just a nice tribute cover. I think it's a lovely tribute cover myself.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's but like I say, Todd McFarlane has copped a bit of flack for it this week.
That's bullshit, really.
I think it is.
It would have been like we said. It would have been for the most noble reasons that he wanted to honour someone.
Yeah.
And they've turned it around to.
You know what it is. You can't please everyone. I'm just going to try and find. I do want to bring up. Remember we talked last week about the Batman Catwoman comic. I just want to show you the cover if I get a chance.
Okay.
Let me just. You carry on, Ginge.
Well, we're talking.
Carry on, Ginger.
We're talking about let everyone see up the front of the shop. Batman with the grapple hook.
Oh, the animated Batman.
No,
I've moved his face.
what are you doing moving
I
him and shit? Now
moved
it's
him.
on centre.
I moved him.
Available here at Kaboom Comics. our local comic shop here in Toowoomba. You could buy that if you
A
wish.
gift for yourself or a gift for someone else?
It's only like $100,
Keep it for
right?
yourself. What that? It's
Yeah.
under $100.
What? It's under $100.
Under 100. Under 100. That's how good that is.
Wow. Okay.
My God, this is DC Comics. You suck. I'm trying to bring up the DC Connect online catalog, since they don't give us a physical one in stores anymore. There's the cover to DC Connect number 5, and that is also the promo image for Batman Catwoman number 1. George,
Cool.
by Tom King and Clay Mann.
Cool,
I
man.
think I said that correctly. And I just want to quickly show you.
Scott just said if there's any comics left of Spawn, that he would love to grab one.
Check that out there. That's a little shot out of the comic. And that is the villain made famous in Batman Mask of the Phantasm. They are bringing that villain across
Phantasm is coming back.
into the
You were
main...
talk-
I'm
you were
showing
talk-
you.
Now, you were talking about this last week on the show.
There's a little shot of the costume from that particular villain that is brought in. They're bringing that character across into the regular DC universe. That book, 12 issues long. It's a maxi series. It's up for pre-order at the moment. Get your pre-order into your local comic book shop so you don't miss out when that comes out, because we all know how DC is at the moment, shipping stuff around the world, because, you know, DC cut off Diamond comic distributors. So we're just saying to you, make sure you pre-order, because you just can't take the risk that shops are going to have extra copies at the moment. It's a risky thing.
Scott just said if Tom King's name wasn't on that, I'd be on that quick.
I'm going to get it anyway, Scott, because I'm a sucker for Batman, I'm a sucker for Catwoman, and I want to see this villain to see how they brought into the main universe.
Did you hear that?
Look, sound effects has stopped working.
Did you hear that Scott said that he'd love to get a copy of that Spawn?
Yes, Scott, send me a message and I'll sort you out.
No, I've wanted that character in DCU forever,
Have you?
and then putting it on that heathen king's hands. Right.
Oh, that's harsh. That's harsh.
Did you hear today that Jamie Foxx is being brought back into the Spider-Man universe
Is he as Electro?
as Electro?
Now, you know that speaking of Spawn before, you know that Jamie Foxx is in talks to play Spawn.
Oh.
Al Simmons. Yeah, he's a big fan of the character,
Okay.
and apparently him and Todd McFarlane, he's signed on. And Todd McFarlane is because he's working with, is it Blumhouse or Blumhouse?
Bloomhouse.
Blumhouse, is it? He's working with them. They're going to help make the movie. But the big thing is, like, Todd McFarlane has stated publicly, he could have sold the rights a couple of years ago, and someone else could have made the Spawn movie. The reason he's held
wants
out,
to make it himself.
he wants to direct it himself.
Yeah.
He said, I have this movie in me and I want to have a crack. Now, Todd McFarlane, you know what my feelings are.
Yep.
He is one of the nicest blokes in comics I have ever met personally. I'm a big fan of his work. I love his business now, so I actually use him as a bit of an inspiration for my own business and for things like that. But he has said the reason he could have cashed in, he could have had a Spawn movie out by now. He's held out because he goes, I've got this movie in me, and I want to prove to myself that I can direct a movie.
Yep.
Now he's a man who has directed film clips. He's done directed film clips for Korn.
Corn. Yep.
Amongst, I think, he also did a Pearl Jam one.
Did he?
He worked on something with Pearl Jam. This guy has made a toy company, a comic company, production company. This guy, if he says he thinks he's got a movie in him, I'm more than happy to go. I want to see his version, his I guess his dream come true. So I'm happy to hold out until he gets his way.
I think he's gone. You know what? Frank Miller got to make fucking
The Spirit. I haven't watched it yet. We still haven't watched it this week.
He's seen that and gone. Fucking, I can make the movie.
If Frank can do it, I can do it better.
Fucking do it better. Yes.
Would you do that if you created your own character? This is a hypothetical. If you created your my button stopped working. I was going to do the noise at you then.
Okay.
If I said to you, you've created a character of your own and you wanted to make a film, right?
I like that there's Congo Pete on some fucking
My name
Behind-
is Congo Pete. No, was it not Congo Pete?
Cuba Pete.
Cuba Pete. That was out of The Mask.
The Mask.
There's a movie for you. If I said to you, you create a character and you went, I'm holding out, would you do that? Would you go, I want to take this to the next level myself?
It depends on how much passion you would have for the character, I guess.
Yeah. Do you get behind people who do that? Who could make a quick buck? When I say quick buck, it could make millions of dollars if you simply sold or just said, yep, you make the movie. Like, I understand why people do that, but do you kind of look at it and go, no, I get the art, because you're an artist yourself. You are a director and a producer on little short films and stuff like that. Do you have that mentality too? You go, no, I reckon I can do a better job.
I do get that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Because what? Just a side note. What is your motto on your phone? I explained it to someone this week because
oh really?
this guy's a bit of a perfectionist. But what is your motto at the moment?
Was it finished not
Perfect.
finished not perfect?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying all week.
It's been on my phone for about 3 years, maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because I really have to pump that out, out of my head that I need to get it out there, as opposed to sit.
Where'd you get that from?
From another filmmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also seen artists do the same thing. They go, there's a point where you got to look at it. And I think Alex Ross says something similar in his documentary, where he went, you've got to hit a point where you step back and go, in my eyes, I'm always going to find faults with with the work, whether it be art, film, music.
Yep.
And you go, I've got to step back and I've got to put it out there.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Because you'll never finish it, will you?
Exactly. And I remember someone once saying about movies are released, they're not finished.
Yeah.
Because you could always do something to them, So I can understand why, George Lucas or Sylvester Stallone has gone back to their movies.
And tweaked it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can absolutely understand.
Are there movies we've worked on over the years, you and I, where you would go back and you would tweak them again?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd cut me out of them?
Change characters altogether, yeah.
My sound effect has stopped working. I even tried to turn it back on before.
Oh.
That.
I could get that. I can't wait until you get virtual actors where you can act out the scene and then a computer generated version you can put that into the
You can
movie.
do that now, can't you?
You can with cartoon characters.
Yeah.
Which
Are you trying to do that here? There'll be an animated version of like me, only skinnier and more talented.
I would have thought that for me. You just have a character like the gopher from Caddyshack just dancing on the
Bazinga!
There you go.
This is going to come in completely from left field.
We're nearly at the end of the show, you know that, right?
Put down your comment down below quickly about robots from movies that we haven't.
Tell us
mentioned.
your favourite robot below. Do it now. I can't see them, so Ginger's going to have to read them out to me.
There's a new documentary that's coming out next week, and it involves collectors.
Yes.
And I sent it to you this week, and it's an interesting premise where the person that the documentary is about is so much of a collector that they will buy action figures or comics over buying food.
See, that's something in my... now, I've been a collector since we were in high school. I've never put my collection before normal things like food or rent or anything like that. And I've got to... You've seen.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even have I don't think I even have a quarter of my collection on display at home because we're in a small place. The wife and I. And it's always that thing. I keep going, one day we'll get a bigger house. But then in the back of my head, I'm always like, the place you want, you would need a wing.
Yes.
To display everything. You need to go, the West Wing has my collection. We live in the East Wing. Or I would need probably a 4-bay shed converted to really comfortably put all my stuff out. And appreciate it. I mean, I've got original Turtles toys. I've got remake toys.
Inspector Gadget,
that's just toys and then the statues I've got. Then you go into all my comics and graphic novels and stuff like that. I've got original artwork that I've never had framed up.
Yes.
And I always look at it and go, I would need a 4-bay friggin' shed converted out to really appreciate it and do it. But I have not once ever gone hungry or not paid a bill or anything else because of my collection.
And that's something that this person was living in their car, but they had the rentable shed that had all his collection in it.
See, that to me, that is a fucked up mentality. Because at the end of the day, it's stuff. At the end of the day, we may love it. We put
I love my stuff.
Yeah, I know. And like, if anything ever happened, you'd be like heartbroken if you had a fire or an earthquake ruined it or whatever.
I'm terrified that someone is going to break into my house and steal some of my stuff.
I've been like that before. As I'm getting a little bit older, I'm kind of like, at the end of the day, you start to realise that there's more to life than just stuff. You go the experiences, doing things with mates, going on holidays with you or whatever. That means more than physical objects. But I would still be heartbroken.
Some objects.
Well,
some objects.
There's still a little box of stuff you'd probably go, in the middle of a fire, take this with me.
Wife,
wake up, you've got to come to...
I've got my shadow.
I swear, honey, I will wake you up first before I grab any of the collectibles.
I'll grab my shadow statue and my Rocketeer statue.
Yeah.
And we'll be right.
But, you know, at the end of the day, you do have to look at it and go, it's just stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I could never think of putting that above paying bills or food on the
Yeah,
table
yeah.
or anything like that. To me, that's just crazy mentality.
So yeah, a doco will be coming out next week. I'll share it with the community on the Facebook page, and it'll be interesting for everyone to watch it and see what they think about that kind of idea.
Paul's gone, can you put some visual effects on the screen when you press the soundboard?
I look like an explosion that comes out of my head when you hit the fart button.
I've broken it. How do I make... Oh, there you go.
gotta swipe
A bit of green gas on the screen every time you fart. Paul, our budget does not extend to doing that. Sorry. I'm very sorry.
Paul,
No.
if you were able to donate to us, you know that in Facebook Live you can put a donate button?
Really?
Maybe we should put that up so people can donate $5 to us.
I don't think people would. By the way, tonight I want to see a flurry. Have you been enjoying the show thus far? Send us some little hearts. Send us some thumbs up, or even give us the little love emoji.
And if you thought that the fart sound effects and the soundboard was good, give me a
laughing emoji.
a laughing emoji.
Laughing emoji,
really?
that one there.
As opposed to the frowny I'm mad.
Look at all the love, Ginge. Look at all the.
Oh, thank you.
Can you feel the love tonight? Look, you got that fucking song right. You didn't before the show, did you? For a bloke who says he's a child of the 80s, he had no idea who the bands were. He kind of half knew the songs. I'm disappointed in this man,
That's
right
not
here.
very fair. That's not very fair.
It is.
Bridget just said, hey, as I said before, I had a little brother who destroyed anything that she collected.
Oh, you're kidding me. Really?
Son of a bitch.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I would kill a little brother if I only had a little sister. And she could be a little shit too and she wanted to be and break things.
She might be watching at home.
Hi, Kate. How you doing? Love you. But she could be a
Thanks
real
to Steve
shit.
for tuning in at the last 2 minutes of the show.
Good on you, Steve. Good on you, Steve. To you, Steve. No, seriously though, Mr. Wilson, that's who we're talking about. Check him along, Steve Wilson Design. The guy is doing Inktober. You should see he's done the first one. Second
Yes.
one goes up tonight. For artists out there, jump on board with Inktober. Another local boy.
Day one was Fish.
Yes, and Steve's done an amazing, because he's doing it in the same style as the book he done last year, because he's going to bring out another little book available through Kaboom Comics. His original book is available now, about
Yes,
$4.50
on the
for a
counter.
little black and white zine. It's fantastic, and Steve's going to put another one together after this year's Inktober. Another local artist, like I say, Will McLaren, he's been doing...
Yes, I've been watching his.
Will's a good artist as well.
The first day was Fish, and he got around the idea because the car was called a Mako.
Yeah.
And obviously a Mako shark. And that's a fish, technically. That was his way.
Is a shark a fish?
I don't think you'll be selling any of Steve's books this year.
I'll pay Todd to never sing again. Steve, how dare you? To you, sir.
Laura said that we should put up the donate button. She says, I reckon you'd be surprised how many people donate money.
Once again, show us the love. Little hearts if you're enjoying the show. Thumbs up if you are loving the content. Because we're getting close to the end of the year. We may have to wrap Geek Speak up for 2020 before Christmas time. So we want to see, are you enjoying the show? Are we going to keep going for a few more weeks?
Are we going to do a live...
Love hearts, thumbs up.
Are we going to do the live episode
Well,
with the
we've got to
audience
look at it.
here in the show?
We've got to look at it, so make sure you keep sharing plenty of love.
Laura said that we need to start doing merch.
Merch. Yes, Laura did say she'd wear shirts. Her and Scott would wear stuff with our faces on them.
I'm thinking it's yours and my head inside the Looney Tunes circle, you know? Like the bursting two heads through the... Yeah,
No.
that's probably what... Yeah.
No.
Bazinga.
Bridget's back on topic. What about the robot from Lost in Space? Danger, Will Robinson, danger!
Danger, Will Robinson.
Steve, what's a robot from a movie that you loved? Quickly
Steve,
tell us.
Tell us below, Steve. Do it now. Do it now, Steve.
What about the Sentinels from X-Men? They were robots?
You can't love them, though.
What,
You can't love
wouldn't,
them.
You wouldn't want to,
No, I said the robot out of Real Steel with
Yeah,
Hugh Jackman
yeah.
and Evangeline Lilly. That was the actress I was trying to
What about the Fembots out of Austin Powers?
Is he
the ones
comment?
with the nipples, with the gun?
I
The
love
Fembots,
those ones.
The Fembots.
I would die for a Fembot right there.
Yeah?
Every time I see a Fembot, my heart goes. time. Every time.
Uh,
He hasn't. I've always enjoyed the last 2 minutes. Steve, that's nasty.
not like that.
It's not like
It's not really nice.
Anyway, Scott said Robbie, Forbidden Planet, Bruce from Jaws, and Laura said.
But that was the shark.
Laura
the shark
said you
wasn't
could
a
design
robot.
something pretty awesome. Are you talking about shirts, Laura, or he could design a robot?
No, she's talking about the shirts, I'm thinking, aren't you, Laura?
Okay, cool. Because I've seen some of the shit he cobbles together with wires and stuff, and you wouldn't want to be anywhere near it.
Steve said, unpopular opinion, Chappie.
Ah, well done, sir. I wouldn't have thought of that one.
Steve, what about the robot owl from Clash of the Titans? It was a little robot owl.
In Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans, the old Clash of the Titans. It was
Why was there a
called
robot
Bubo.
in Clash of the Titans?
It was a mechanical wind-up robot owl that would fly and.
I thought you said owl.
No,
You're saying owl.
Owl, like a bird.
Owl.
O-W-L.
Woo.
Yeah,
Woo.
yeah,
Woo.
yeah. His name was Bubo. You're asking what his name was? Who?
Are you for fucking real?
Yeah, yeah. But you know what's going to fucking blow your mind?
It's over 9,000!
Yes.
Scott just said Wally and Eve. And the
Oh,
Wall-E movie.
isn't it a sweet movie? What? Wally. You ever watched that?
Bridget.
Have you watched Wally?
No, I haven't.
Answer the question.
No.
Have you never watched Wally?
No.
To you, sir.
Astro Boy. Fuck.
Ah, Bridget!
Fuck.
How could we forget Astro? Thank you,
Oh.
Bridget. I grew up watching
Holy
Astro
shit.
Boy.
Astro Boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well done.
Okay, I'm going to come and sweep the board with all
I
of you.
thought you were going somewhere else.
I'm going to sweep the board with all of you.
Yep.
Oh shit, I've got two. One, the ABC Warriors from Judge Dredd. They were cool robot characters.
Great movie.
But you know what's going to absolutely flip your mind out
What?
with this robot?
What?
Edward Scissorhands.
Is he a robot?
Edward Scissorhands is a robot. Remember in the flashbacks where Vincent Price wanted to have a son. So
Yeah.
he walks up with a cookie in the shape of a heart up to the robot that's got the scissor hands, and he's cutting on a conveyor belt, and he puts the heart up towards the
I
robot.
can't be honest, I've not watched it in years.
And
Is
then-
that serious? Is
And
Edward Scissorhands
so
a robot?
he then turned that robot into his son, Edward Scissorhands.
Is this real? Tell us below in the comments
Absolutely
real quick.
real. That means that Edward Scissorhands is a robot.
If that's true, then my mind is blown.
I'm fucking blown,
Absolutely
man.
blown.
Fucking blown.
Cancel the rest of the show. My
Hold
mind
on.
is blown. Oh, I just stuffed that up. Anyway,
Steve just said Joe Pineapples.
what?
Who? What? Where? What?
Deja vu, I just been in this place before. Higher on the street and the noise went into power.
That makes me think of robots.
Does it?
I don't know why. Suddenly I just thought Japanese robots for that.
Scott just said the replicants from Blade Runner. Yes.
Oh!
Yes. Boring movie, great robots. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Blade Runner. I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever fully seen it, to be honest with you.
Paul said Johnny.
What are you doing, step bro?
You forgot that there was Step Bro at the end of it, didn't you?
It says, what are you doing? And I forget the step road bit of it.
Paul just said the Johnny Cab from Total Recall, the cab driver from from Total Recall.
Oh, yeah, will not work for me tonight.
Steve, nice one on Edward Scissorhands. Yep, I'm done. That's it.
He's out. He's out.
I'm out.
He's
I'm
out.
I'm out.
Bazinga!
He's done.
Yeah.
Dusted.
That's it.
Right, we have enjoyed, as I said, one more final thing of love. Hearts, if you love the
Give us
content.
the big love heart.
Thumbs up. You want us to keep doing this for 3 more weeks before we hit the Christmas period. We will keep doing weekly shows.
Bubbles up
Love.
on this side.
Thumbs, and if you are enjoying the sound effect board, show us the smiley face. The little ha 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 face.
Scott just said the Iron Giant. Yeah. Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
good one, Scott. Good one, Scott.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, once
Thank
again,
you very much
every
for all
time
the love
I'm
hearts. Thank you very much.
every time I'm with this gentleman, my heart goes. Every time I'm with him. That's what this gentleman here does to me. My co-hostess with the mostest.
Wait, on the pots and pans.
I'm going to do it again.
Oh,
Do it
sorry.
again. Take 2. You
La, 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 la.
shut up. Take 2. My co-hostess with the mostest, Mr. Woodcopton.
Thank you very much, and the hostess with the most, Todd Bailey.
Why, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Why, thank you.
We will see you next week.
Same bat time, same bat channel. Tune in. Ginger's going to put another question up through the week to get a bit of. I see a big buffet up there. Hey, buddy.
La, 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 la,
See you
la,
next
la.
week, folks.
La